Aloha everyone, I'm Kevin with Taishan Farms. Today I'm going to make creme brulee. Creme brulee is one of those classic desserts that everybody loves, and it's pretty easy as well. So what I have in the Ankersham is 10 egg yolks. Over on a saucepan I have 4 cups of heavy cream that I'm going to bring to just to about a boil. I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste, 3/4 cup organic sugar, which I'm going to divide between the egg yolks and the cream. And I have a dozen 6-ounce ramekins inside a shallow hotel pan. I'm bringing about 8 cups of water to a simmer, and that's going to be the water bath for the creme brulee. I really like these ramekins that I got. They have a plastic lid, so you can seal up. If you make, whatever you make, you put in there. This nice for the creme brulee. It keeps, for me, about a week if I need to for my restaurant, and it's just keeps everything really nice. So that's a nice little tool to have. So in here, we're going to bring in the Ankersham. We're going to bring the egg yolks to a lighter, fluffier consistency. Going to add the sugar in, like I said, about half. And then I'm going to put the other half with the cream. Sorry, I'm probably off camera there a little bit, but I only got one camera. So we're going to let this go for just a little bit. The cream is almost there. And so the way I do it is I'm going to put it back in the measuring cup here, and then I'm going to drizzle it in to the Ankersham. This is another reason I really like the Ankersham mixers, because I can pour over the top. I don't have the arm in my way, and it makes it a really easy way to do this. Almost there with that. So I hope everybody's taking good care of themselves. It's crazy out there right now. So the best way we can combat that is to take care of ourselves. Make sure you're taking a break from social media, the news. It's just there to feed your anger. So take a break from that, and also, make good food for yourself. I made Esther and myself a new recipe the other night. I'll have to do a video on called Tuscan baked spaghetti. That was phenomenal. So find something good and yummy, comfort food to make for yourself. Great dessert, some creme brulee for you and your fam, and take care of yourself and take care of your family, and take care of your neighbors, because community is really what we need to weather this storm. We didn't get where we are by survival of the fittest. That's a misnomer. We got to where we are by cooperation, and we need to cooperate, be with our neighbors. We got to stop worrying about the two-party system, because the two-party system is here to keep us divided. No matter who you vote for, no matter how you vote, they're not doing anything for us. It's obvious. So we need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our neighbors. And I do that by making food. That's the way I take care of everybody. I don't use seed oils in my restaurant, very few. I use only grass-fed butter, olive oil, avocado oil, organic cream, organic eggs, as much of the food as I get from the island as possible, only grass-fed beef. And, I can challenge everybody as well to do the same. Get to know your farmers, get to know your ranchers. There are local people that you can align with to get your food from. It might take a little more effort. And just on a little side note, I am now 6 weeks free of Amazon. I have found alternative sources for everything. Sometimes they're even cheaper, and I'm getting stuff just as fast. And I've stopped my Prime, I've stopped my Audibles, not giving them any more money. And I'm working on getting off Google. It's a little bit tougher since my business and everything is on there, trying to move everything off of there. But I'll be doing that over the next couple weeks. And yeah. So anyway, let's go back to creme brulee. So now that my cream has come to temp, I'm just going to strain it. I strain it twice just because I really want a smooth, silky smooth texture. Strain it here. And then I'm going to pour it into the egg mixture. Now, I'm going to reduce the speed down, and I'm going to temper it, put a little in, and a little in. And then it's just a steady stream going into the eggs, just real slow. I watched a bunch of when I first started making creme brulee. I watched a bunch of different videos, and they were hilarious. Somebody was saying, you can't put too much vanilla in. Yes, you can. And they were like, let the cream cool before you put it in the eggs. Well, sure, you could do that. Or you could just temper it. Just got over a really big storm here on the island. Dumped about 25 inches of rain in about 3 days. Most intense winds and rainstorm I've experienced in my nearly 10 years here. And a lot of people I've talked to said that was the most intense they've experienced in years. Flooding, there's a lot of people out there that sustained a lot of damage. Luckily for me, I didn't really sustain much. A lot of cleanup, some downed trees, broken limbs, that sort of thing. Found a couple leaks in the house, in my shop, that I'm going to have to get fixed. But overall, at least I didn't have flooding or mud. Having a house up on stilts for the win. Okay. Being ambidextrous is nice. I can do things on my left or my right. And I got a microphone. So hopefully you can hear me a little better over all the machinery and things. All right. Oops, I'm going to need that again for portioning out this here. In case any of the eggs did cook a little bit, I'm going to filter that out through the strainer. I usually end up between 11 and 12 ramekins. With this recipe. Anthony Bourdain got his Loyal cookbook, which I really like. It's a working man's guide to French food, not the foo-foo Parisian stuff. And I've done a lot of French cooking but I really like that cookbook for French cooking the best so far. It inspired me to do creme brulee again. It had been a while. I never done it for the restaurant in all the years, so it's nice having it on. Esther and I went to dinner with some friends. Creme brulee was on the menu, and Kona prices, $20 for a creme brulee. Crazy. All right. So I'm going to just topping these off. I got my oven heated so it isn't whining in the background. Enough for this. My heated water. I'm going to fill it up about halfway. And since I have a convection oven, one of the things I found that keeps my creme brulee from getting too cooked on the top is a little piece of aluminum foil. Now, if you got a conventional oven, this probably is necessary, but for me, it definitely makes a difference. So I'm going to put this in 300 for about 35 on the bottom rack. All right, let that go, and I'll show you how to caramelize the top. Come over here and get the turbinado sugar. Forgot the kitchen torch. I thought I had it all set up, but I didn't. All right. I'm going to put about a teaspoon. Going to move it around. I like the turbinado sugar. The recipe calls for brown sugar. I used white. I find this one really makes the best. I will start from the outside, kind of work in and move in a circular motion. And you want it to be a little dark. You want it that almost burnt sugar. So if you make 12 and you got a family of 4, you got creme brulee for some couple nights. I don't think anybody complained having it a couple times. Or you can cut the recipe down. Voila, creme brulee. Let that sit so you get the crack, because you know you want the crack. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you found this somewhat entertaining. And again, take care of yourselves. It is Thursday, so farmers market's coming up this weekend. Challenge you guys to go out and get some fresh local vegetables and some local crafts. I'm sure there's a farmers market in your area that you can go see. So thank you so much, and aloha.